Hello and welcome to this new Android development tutorial. This is part 4 on how to make a music player application for Android. In the previous tutorial, we learned how to actually play the music. We set the seek bar, we set the seek bar to be updated. So let's run the app to check if everything keeps working as we expect. So let me see. So we have here the app and here is our music file. If I click on it, then the music will start playing, and here we have the seconds, kind of the current position of the music playback and the whole size of it, which is awesome. Okay, as you can see, we need some space before these thing right here, so we will add that, and also after this one. Okay, so I will stop the music playback by closing the app, and I will switch to the Android Studio IDE, and I will go to activity main.xml. And inside here on the current position text view, we will set padding start. We will set it to 16 dp. Okay, and we will also set padding left to 16 dp. Okay, and we will do the same with the other text view. So you can say padding end to 16 dp and also padding right to 16 dp. Now let's run the application again to check if this works or not. Okay, let's play it. And as you can see, now we have a space before this number, which looks great, and we have also space after this duration. Now here we have another issue we have to fix, so let's scroll a bit more. So as you can see, when we click on a different position, the position goes back to the previous one. Okay, so we have to fix that, of course. Okay, so we will go to our, oops, I blocked the device, sorry. So we will go to the main activity.java file, and when we increase this song position, what we have to set is the seek bar too. So the seek bar is set the progress, okay, and we also have to set the song position progress when we move the seek bar. So to do that, we will go to the seek bar on stop tracking touch, as you can see. Apart from seeking this progress, we will go and set the global variable, which is called song position. So set song position or song progress. No, song position will be set to song progress equals song progress. So now let's run the app again to see if seeking works better. So installing the app, clicking on the audio file, and here we have, if I scroll it, it goes and stays where I scroll it, which is of course awesome. But the problem, as you may notice, right here we're not showing these seconds in the proper format. We need to show them as minutes, colon seconds, so we have to fix that too. Okay, let's fix it. So we go back to our Android Studio IDE, and where we display the kind of a current thing right here, we have to do basically the same that we did on the set duration text view, on song duration text view. So right here, when we set this, we will do the following. So we're going to say the string value of song position divided by 60, so that's the minutes, and we say exactly the same we did previously, plus 2 dots, okay, colon, okay, and let's go to the next line for readability. And we're going to say string dot value of, we'll set song position is this? Yeah, song position modulus 60. Okay, looks great. So now let's run the app to check if it works or not. So we have something here that is missing. Let me see. Plus set text. There is a plus sign missing right here, so you can say plus. Okay, let's run it again. So here it gives a kind of warning, but it's not that very important. Okay, so we will ignore it. So if we click on the sound file, as you can see, we have the current size. We have 0 minutes 7 seconds. If we increase the bar, we have 57, 58, 59, 1 minute 0 seconds, and so on. Okay, and it is great. It's working great. So let's see what happens when the music kind of ends, finish playing. So let's wait for the music to end. Okay. So it ends, but apparently the music itself doesn't stop. So let's kind of fix that too. So why the music is not stopping? Okay. So let's see, maybe the duration is not the correct one. So when we return an integer, we say get duration. Okay, and we get it right here on the music file path. Okay, set the max. We set the maximum size, and when we increase the seek bar, we are increasing it correctly too. So let me see what's going on here. Okay. Maybe this is not being rounded correctly. So what we have to do here is maybe return a sort of a double or other data type that it's not an integer. Maybe, but I don't think so. Okay. So let's run the music again. The problem, I know what the problem is, I think. I think the problem with this is that the music is being played again, right? So the music is being played. I don't know if you can hear it, but you can also test on your device. And when this stuff ends, the music is still playing. Okay. So something is kind of wrong here. So maybe we should stop the music playing when this is completed, right? Because it's kind of in a loop, right? Okay, so to do this, we'll do the following. So when this while loop ends, right here actually, when this while loop ends, we're gonna set mp that maybe pause, mp that pause. Would that be enough? Okay, let's go again and try to see if this pause thing works. So let's go here and let's kind of seek to the near end of this. Okay, and see if this not crashes first, because we're not calling from the URI thread. I don't know if it has to be called from it. And as you can see, now it's working. The music was paused. And when we go back, we are not playing it again because we need a resume pause button. So we need to create a resume pause button, maybe right here. So let's create that button. So we will go to our activity main.xml file, and between these two text files we will create a button. Okay, you're gonna say button, and we'll set the width to 0 dp. Okay, the height to the height will be wrap content. Okay, the weight will also be 1. Okay, but maybe we have to change the weight of the other thing a little bit. Okay, let me see. So we have a different problem right here. So how can we fix this? Well, we have to change the weight. So I will give the same weight to all of them. So the width of the last text view will be 0 dp and the weight will be 1. So now all of them have kind of the same size. Okay, but here I want the gravity of this thing to be set to gravity to end. Maybe. Will that work? Okay, hopefully. So let's see if that even works. So the text of this button will be pause. So this will be the pause button. Pause and resume button. So this will be pause. Pause button. The ID. We set the ID to pause button. So we go back to our main activity.java file, and before the list view set on click listener, we're gonna say final button. Don't forget to import the button. We're gonna say pause button, which is pause resume button actually. So we said find view ID r.id that pause button. Okay, and okay, let me see. So we have this button right here, and we have to set the click listener, right? So you can say pause button that set on click listener, new on click listener, and inside these we're gonna, when we click on the pause button, we will set mp dot pause. Okay, but we have to add a kind of a flag. So you're gonna say private as a global variable. You can say private boolean is song playing, which as default will be false. And now inside this pause button, we have to check that flag to know what we have to do. So you can say if is song playing, we will mp pause it. Okay, so we're gonna say if song playing, mp pause it, and we're gonna say pause button that set text. We're gonna set the text to play. So play and pause. Otherwise, if the song is not playing, we're gonna say mp dot resume. Do we have that? Resume? No, mp dot play or mp dot start. Okay, we will then later fix this. Okay, so we have mp dot start, and we'll set pause button that set text, and we'll set the text to pause. As you can see, after this if statement, we have to switch the flag, to flip the flag. So you can say is song playing equals to negation is song playing. So if it was true, it becomes false, and if it was false, it becomes true. Okay, now we're gonna run the application to see if this works as we want. Okay, so it's installing and running it, and as you can see, we have this shown even we don't want to, but well, we'll ignore that for a moment, and we will click on the music file, and now it is kind of playing, and if I click on pause, then the music stops, and when I click on play, it resumes, but the seek bar is not stopped. So we have to also stop the seek bar. So let me see. Let me stop also the seek bar. So let me see. Okay. So first, when we play the song on the on item click listener, here when we play the song, we have to set the is-song playing to true. So here gonna say is-song playing, is-song playing will be set to true right here, okay? And here in the while loop, we have to check while song is playing, right? So you can say while is song playing and song position is less than song duration. So you have two checks to do here. So now let's run the app to check if it works again. So running, click on the file, it is playing. If I click on pause, the music stops and also the seek bar stops. Okay, but now if I click on play, the music resumes, but the seek bar doesn't. Okay, so we have to find a way to resume the seek bar too. So when we resume the music right here, we also have to resume the seek bar. So right here, when we resume the music right here, we also have to resume the seek bar. So how can we resume the seek bar? Thing, we have to kind of call this method again. No. Well, kind of really. Or maybe what we can do is add a next check maybe. Okay. So we want to resume the seek bar displaying all this stuff right here. Okay, so we will kind of create a resume seek bar method. So we're gonna go and say private so how did we stop that first of all? Okay, how did we stop this seek bar? Oh, we just flipped the flag. And when we flip the flag, this thing was stopped. But we can actually do a kind of easier fix right here. So let's change this a bit. If we check it inside the loop, we can do some kind of useful stuff right here. Okay. So we will delete these is song play and check right here. And here inside these, we're gonna say if is song playing, we will open this and we will put all of this right here inside this. So if is song playing, we gonna actually play the song, right? Actually set the progress on this thing. So let me see if the brackets are okay. Well, that seemed to be okay. Now let's run the app again to check if it works as we want. So we're installing the app, launching the app. I will click on the music file. Okay, the music is playing. I will click on pause. The music stops, the seek bar stops. I will click on play. The music resumes and the seek bar also resumes. If I click on pause again, both of them stop. And if I click on play, both of them resume, which is of course awesome. But now we are showing this bar as default, which we don't want to. So we want to show them only when we're playing the music. So we will hide them. So we'll go to our activity main.xml file, and in this layout right here, the one that contains the play buttons, we're gonna set it visibility to gone, and we will add an ID that we'll call them playback buttons. So playback buttons. Okay, just as a way of calling them. And now we will define them just as a view, really. So we can define them maybe here, maybe to keep these more ordered, I'll define these here. So final view um, playback controls, and we'll set find view by ID art ID dot playback buttons, actually controls, but well, anyway, so name doesn't really matter. And now we can use that to hide or show it. So when we play it, apart from setting the seek bar visible right here, we will also set playback controls that set visibility to visible. Okay, so now let's run the app to see if this new check works. Okay, running. Okay, and as you can see, nothing is shown right here, which is of course awesome. There's no buttons, no seek bars, no states. And if I click on these, then we have our buttons, our seek bar, and our states of the music. We can pause, we can resume. Okay, which is awesome, right? Now our application is working as we want. Okay, so maybe what we want to do is improve the code a bit, to kind of clean up the code a bit more to make it more readable. Okay, so let's do it. So as you can see, we have our onCreate method with the only thing it does, it sets the content view, which is good. Then we have our permissions, which is the only permission we're using is the read external storage one. Then we have our request permissions code, permission count, or permission denied. Okay, we have our, that's kind of tidy, I think, readable right here. So we have this music played init, add the music as files from, fill music list. We have a media player MP, play music file, song position, is song playing, on resume. So I think everything is very well written, I think. So let's actually go back to the app to check if we can improve something else here. So if we go to the end of this, we can see that we are here. The song is about to end. The song ends, but the pause button is still here, which we don't want. So what we want to happen when the song ends, we want to play it again if possible, right? So when the song ends right here, which is right here, is apart from pausing it, we want to play it from the beginning. So we'll set song position or song position. Song position will be set to 0. Okay, that's the first thing. Then we will change the position text view, so we can say song position text view that set text, and we can hard code the 0 right here because it's easier. So we set text to 0, and we want to change the text of the button. So you can say pause button that set text, and here we will set it to play. Was it play? Yeah, I think so. And now we'll say if is song playing will be set to false. Okay, we have to seek bar also. So seek bar that seek set progress to song position, which is 0. And apparently it kind of works. So if we go again, I think it should work again. So let me see, if I click on the play button. Okay, if I click on the play button, what will happen here? So we have to set also the MP, the media player. So to the song position. So we can say mp dot seek to song position. Okay, so this is the code we wrote basically right now. These kind of 6 lines. So we will run the app right now and check if that functionality works when the song ends. So let's run the song. Let's seek to almost the end. Let's wait for the end and let's see if the state is changed. Oops, something odd happened here. We're not setting the right text view. I missed this. I have to set the first and I set the second to 0, so I have to fix that. So instead of song duration text view, it is song position text view. Okay, now I can run the app again to see if it works. So running the app again, clicking on the app, going almost to the end, and let's check if it still works. So 7 seconds to go. Let's wait them. Okay. Okay. The music stops. This goes to 0, 0. This goes to play. But the seek bar is not set where we want it. So you're gonna play again. And it's there and it's not working. So you have to set the seek bar too. The problem is that we maybe need to run this on the UI thread to make these changes appear on the screen. So maybe that's the problem. So we'll copy these kind of thing right here. We'll copy them. We will put them here. We will delete the contacts that they have. Okay. Okay, we will move all this code inside this running UI thread bracket. Okay. And now let's run the app to check if it works or not. So let's switch to almost the end and see if it works or not. Okay. So it's set to 0, but the seek bar is not being reset to the song. Oh, I'm setting it to song duration, so this is the problem. So instead of setting it to song duration, this is a dumb error. I have to set it to song position. So this will fix it. So let's run the app again. Let's click here. Let's go almost to the end. And let's see if the seek bar goes back to its original place. So, and it goes back to its original place. It's set to 0. The button is set to play. And I will click on play. And when I click on play, this thing right here is not being updated. Okay, why it's not being updated? Well, simple. Because this code right here is not called when we click on the resume method. So how can we kind of call this? Okay, we need to call all of this again. Okay, so how can we do it? Well, let's see. Let's see. We can create a method that contains all of this. We can call it outside this kind of a global method. So we'll move all of this, I think, till here. I think so. Let me see. This is, so be careful here. We don't want to select what we don't have to. Okay. Let me see. So I will click this, actually this one, and see where it ends. So on the start one, so we're gonna, from the start line, we will select it to the top, just before the on item click method. We will cut this code and we will say create a method right here. We can say oh, not here. I'm sorry. It's outside the on resume method. So here we're gonna say private void play song. Okay. And inside this method, I will paste everything I copied. And as you can see, we have these errors because we are not accessing them from the inner class. So we have to make those kind of global variables. So first of all, we will start with position. As you can see right here, but this position is only called when we do this. So we have to create a parameter right here. So in place song, we're gonna say int position. Okay, we have position right there. Okay, we can actually call all the other methods if we want. So there's one way, one is with parameters and the other is with global variables. So I think global variables is kind of easier in this case, just to demonstrate it quickly. So basically we have to create this song position text view, both of them as global variables. So I will create those two text views as global variables. So let's go and press here private text view. This was kind of a position song position text view, and also private text view song duration text view. Okay, which is cool. So we now have fixed those problems. We have to also get the seek bar. So where is the seek bar? Where are you? Seek bar, seek bar, seek bar. Oh, right here. So you have to make these also a global variable. So private seek bar, seek bar. So let's see and make them right here. So private seek bar, I'll call it seek bar. And now we have created that variable, which is awesome too. What else? Playback controls. So we're gonna do that too. So private view playback controls. Okay, so private view playback controls. Okay, awesome. And we have, of course, to make it access it. Okay, so playback controls. What else do we have? Let's see. What else in red? So pause button. So I have to create that too. Private button pause button, and we have to access it. So make sure you make it global. To make it global, we want to define this declaration right here. So final button, we delete those two words, and now we have this. And now when we click on item clicked, what we will do is the following. We will say play play song, play music, play song, and we'll pass the position. Okay, so that position, how that position will be used. So let's see how is that position used. So music file list, get position. Okay, okay, okay. So we have to also define that position as a global variable, right? So we don't really need this right here. We have to create a global variable. So we will go and create private int position. Okay, but we have to set that position right here. So when the on-click listener right here, let me see, here, what we have to do here is delete, of course, this parameter, and outside this maybe I can use this dot position. No, I cannot do that. So I have to change the name to avoid confusion right here. So I'll go and change from position to m position, right? Kind of the m position, and inside here we also can say m position. Okay, m position, just to give it a different name to avoid confusion. Okay, And here right now, before calling the play songs, we're gonna say m position equals to position, okay, which is of course awesome. And when we click on the pause button right here on the play, right here actually, instead of calling mp start, so we're gonna say if mp, so I'm gonna say if mp dot, or should we say mp? Let me see. Okay. Song position actually. So if song position is equal to 0, we will go and say play song. And if it's not equal to 0, we will say mp start. So I think this will work. Okay, because we don't have any options here. So mp dot pause, get duration, set data source, attach. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's okay. So let's try to test if it was fixed. So let's run the application and we will click on it. The music starts playing. I will scroll to almost the end of the song. I will end for the music to stop. I will wait for the music to stop. Now that it has stopped, it has been resetted. This to play, and it's here. And if I click on play, then it starts again. But this bar is not working. Okay, so we have to fix that too. Okay. So let me see when this thing works. We have set is song playing to false. Okay, song position is less than song duration. Okay. So let me see what's going on here. The seek bar is not being updated. Is song playing, so I have to set is song playing to true, which is also set, right? It's kind of a strange error right here. Okay, now it works, so why is this happening? Okay, when I click the pause button, it's not working properly. So maybe there is the key to solve this problem. On the pause button, it is not working properly. So we're gonna do the following. So when the pause button, let me see, where is that button? Pause button right here. So if its song is playing, we set it to false. Okay, and if it's not playing, we set it to play. Okay, let me see. If song position is 0, we will play song, otherwise we will go here. Okay. It's kind of a strange error. I think maybe it's some sort of an off thing. Okay. So as a quick fix for these, what I will do is the following. Okay. So really it's kind of a strange situation here because I don't really know how to fix this. Maybe something is wrong with the code I wrote, I don't really know. But yes. So I think this video is kind of very long right now. And I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I see you in the next one. Bye.